It's the end of the month, so it's time to look at the pick of the picks from November's theme of night lights with our very own photographer, Stephen Allen. Stephen, good to see you.
Good to see you.
I mean, time is just racing away from us now. Feels like 2 minutes ago we started off January.
My hair was short.
Your hair was short. My hair was blonde. It's fine. All the hairstyles are changing. We're in November now.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to the end. We've been overwhelmed this year with just some of the standards that have been set in terms of pictures. But again, has it been a good month for you? Have you been quite overwhelmed?
It's been a phenomenal month. Really varied. A very nice mixture of different styles and different ways of shooting. So very good. Very pleased.
And do you ever find it frustrating you can only choose kind of five favourites?
Majorly. It's getting harder and harder, you know, each month now, because there's so many of a certain style or the way it's been shot that I've got merit, you know, but I managed to do it. You
managed to do it. Well, good on our viewers as well for making it so difficult on you. There can only be 5 favourites. Let's just take a look at the first one now. This one was taken by Alan Ferguson of Renfrew, and it's of the Glasgow Kelvin Grove Art Gallery. Now, I remember, I like the lights even at the bottom, the kind of greeny colours at the bottom, just so many different colours.
Just really good contrasting colours as well. The colour's really, really intense. You've got the oranges against the blue, but it's more the exposure is why I've chosen that, because you've got so much detail within it. You know, even within the trees in the foreground, you've still got a lot of detail, even though it looks like a silhouette maybe on the TV, but it's phenomenal.
All right, next up, this one was taken by Margaret Russell of Falkirk, and of course it's the Falkirk whale, no mistaking that there. I mean, the colours are just gorgeous.
Again, it's just a beautiful exposure. The water itself is like a bit of mirror. You know, it's absolutely beautiful.
It's a perfect mirror image, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Absolutely lovely.
All right, this one was sent in by Katie, aged 13. What is that?
I didn't know she was 13. But
yeah, it's 13 years old.
That's a great shot. It's obviously a spark from a flame or maybe a sparkler or something like that, but I just think the depth of detail in that is amazing. If you zoom right into it, you've got every little spark, and again, I love movement, so that's got crispness and, you know, blur, you know, through it and so on.
Up next, this one was taken by Paul Simpson of Rossi. It's on the Isle of Bute. What is this? I mean, that's not in Rossi, is it?
That's definitely Edinburgh. I mean, basically, it's an Edinburgh bus flying by, and you've got that movement travelling you right into the picture, but you've got a really well-known Edinburgh landmark that escapes my memory at the moment, but yeah, it's definitely Edinburgh.
It is beautiful, but of course, your favourite picture of this month, here it is. It was taken by Mark Anderson of Perth. Now, surely this has got to be a lucky shot. You can't get fireworks, you can't set up for that.
It's phenomenal. It's a beautiful shot. He's always been in the right position, but it's the exposure that I've really actually chosen that for. He's got all the detail in the buildings in the foreground, and usually you get one or the other.
But it's so sharp, you're right.
It's a beautiful shot.
He's just hit the button, hasn't he, and hoped for the best and crossed the fingers, and it's worked out for him.
Well, I hope I do that more often myself. It's great.
All right, well, that is November, done and dusted, in the bag. 1 more month to go to make our year complete. I mean, it's December. I'm assuming it's going to have a Crimble theme, a Christmassy theme.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely Christmas. So that's basically what we're going for.
Now, when you say Christmas, I mean, that's obviously, do you want to narrow it down, or is it just all things Christmas we're looking for?
Well, the examples I've chosen are just different ways of cropping an image and creating a little bit of interest in an image. I really just want people to actually think a wee bit outside the box, as well as, because we're going to get so many gorgeous, you know, snow scenes, and it's going to look Christmassy automatically. But maybe, you know, like groups of things together, like we talked about before, like woolly hats or, you know, anything at all. And cropping it, you know. Well,
as always, you're giving the viewers a step for a hint. You've got 3 lovely pictures for us to take a look at. Let's just go to this first one here. What have we got?
Again, the snow encrusted on the trees. I've zoomed in a little bit on it just to half the picture, you know, in 2, and then obviously the moon was in the background there just to give a little bit more interest. That was in Oslo, I think.
Gorgeous. And then it's just to hear Andy Williams in November. I have overlooked that one.
Him. He's great.
Have you?
Yeah.
You're so lucky. Right, okay. Moving on. Right, moving on. We'll talk about that later. Tell us about this next one here. Lovely
again,
Christmas tree.
It's another example of exactly the same type of shot, but using George Square and cropping the Christmas tree. So again, you know it's a Christmas tree, even if you've got 1 or 2 baubles on it. So just see how much you can actually say about it, and people knowing what the picture is without actually showing the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know,
just
for
that
a change.
one landmark there can tell you where you are. All right, what about this last one here?
Again, this is the Christmas lights in George Square again, but what I've done is taken it during the day, which most people wouldn't do, and really just focused on one of the parts at the top, because it's really nice engineering. You can see all the tubes together, all that kind of thing, and again, just cropping it, you know, makes a huge difference because it focuses your eye on one particular aspect.
All right, okay, well, that's the 3 examples there. Fingers crossed that the viewers don't let us down for December.
Oh,
And I'm sure we're going to get
be phenomenal.
lots, and the snow outside as well. We're going to get lots of kids on sledges, aren't we?
Studio.
You'll be fine. All right, Stephen, thanks very much. We'll see you in a couple of weeks when you're back in December. All right, well, if that's given you some inspiration or you've got some ideas of your own, now is the time to get in touch, especially with all this snow about. You can send them in by text to 81441, or you can email your pictures to thehour@stv.tv. We're going to pass them on to our photographer, Stephen, but you'll need to be quick, though, as you don't have the full month this time. Get your pictures into us by December the 16th at the latest. OK, that's all we've got time for tonight. Stephen Jardine.